Hello and welcome to How to Draw Stuff. Today we're going to show you how to draw Dr. Kahl's robot from the game Cuphead. It's easy but looks great, especially if you follow our step-by-step guide. We need to start with the basic outline, which we do in pencil. For perspective, we start with a big cuboid for the main body. We need to get the perspective right, so using pencil allows us to make alterations later if we need to. The head is quite easy, with a circle on the top and rectangle on the bottom. We add some details like the ear on this side and another circle up here for the end of his antenna. This cylinder shape is used for connection between the top and bottom parts of the robot. Now we do the arms. The shoulders are pretty simple and we have a circle to connect them to the body on both sides. At this point, we have the basic shape and we can start adding the other details. There's a circle on the arm and an oval on the front, which is actually an opening the robot uses to fire weapons. We need to draw in another line to give the image depth. Here we draw a rectangle for a vent. The arms are quite simple. They are tubes which come from the shoulder and curve down. However, you can put them in different positions if you want to. Because we are using pencil, we can draw where the other arm will be behind the chest and then continue it round. The hands are also quite simple as they are made from two circles with rectangles at the end to represent the fingers. Drawing another line gives us perspective for the other hand, using more rectangles. Two circles are used for the eyes. The nose is a triangle, but it provides depth, so we need to draw it with a rectangle on the other side to make it look projected. Here I'm removing some of the guidelines so we can add more details, but don't erase so much that you can't see it all. With a finer pencil, we go over our lines so that we can give the depth and dynamics which will be closer to our final picture. For example, the shoulder of the body is actually rounded, not simply a straight box shape. We can go over details such as the circle in the middle. When comparing it to the original image, we can see that there are certain details we need to add. Now we do the same with the arms and hands. For the head, we can see that the jaw is actually hinged to the head, so we need to mark these lines in to get the accurate drawing. You can see the jaw is much more rounded than the original guideline shows. The eyes have a very similar form to the guidelines, so does the nose. I have also added other details such as the antenna, headband, and bolt ears, as you can see. The section here has lines to mark the vent, and the cylinder we use to connect the body and legs has lines to mark flexibility. We use the same lines to mark the arms. The robot has a border along the side of the body with small circles to represent bolts holding it in. We do these on both sides. You might think we would start the final outline, but actually we are going to jump into the color to minimize ink running. Since we're using watercolor, this is a particular concern. The color scheme is very simple. The main body is colored in turquoise, and we use a lighter and darker tone for shading. The last color is yellow for the eyes and other highlights. We start with the darker turquoise, on these sections which are in the shadow due to the perspective created by the light. These include the connection section. The lighter tone is used for these other sections. We use the darker tone to highlight some of the key features such as the antenna. And now we are nearly there by drawing the final outline of the robot with black pen. We use the black marker to color in the empty space where the hole is. We do the same for the shadow of the mouth. The eyes need coloring in to give them more depth. We finish off the antenna, the bolts for the border on the torso, and the flex of the fingers. Now we can erase the guidelines we have left behind. Here is where the yellow comes in for the details. We also use color in the fingers and the eyes. I just need to finish off these final details on the flexible sections. And there we have our final illustration of Dr. Kahl's robot. If you have any other favorite characters from video games, films, or wherever, share your requests in the comments below. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more to come. We'll see you next time.